share what God has done for our family through this business opportunity. One of my favorite sayings is life doesn't come with a remote control. You have to get up and change it yourself. That's exactly what I was able to do with the help of many others because of Pampered Chef. In January 2010, I was invited to a Pampered Chef show. My husband and I had been experiencing some very big financial struggles. We were beyond strapped. We had recently lost our business, our life savings, and our vehicles. We had gone from a very comfortable lifestyle and a bank account balance with many zeros at the end to a bank account with a zero balance on a good day. We were actually having to rely on food stamps to feed our family. For me, that was my personal low. I remember sitting in the parking lot at the DHS office in tears, wondering how we had gotten here. While I am so grateful that assistance was available to us, it really sets you up for failure in a way. As soon as you try to get ahead, you just kind of get knocked back down to start over. It's a real feeling of defeat. Needless to say, when I was invited to my friend's Pampered Chef show, I knew that I didn't have the extra money to spend. But I thought I could at least go and support her. And as a mom of 3 small kids under the age of 5, as a stay-at-home mom, I desperately needed to be around adults. So I went to her house that night. First time I ever drove in the snow. But during the show that night, I knew that this could be a way out for our family. We had been struggling with what we could do to increase our income that would also allow me to stay home with the kids. I went home almost reluctant to talk to my husband. I knew we didn't have the money for the kid, and at that point he was a little less than involved with the kids. I even asked my recruiter that night at the show, I said, "How do you do this? Is your husband home babysitting?" And she simply looked at me so matter-of-factly, and she said, "He isn't babysitting, he's parenting." Wow. I prayed all the way home that night that if this was what I was supposed to do, it would be apparently clear. When I walked in the door, my husband took one look at me and he said, "You're gonna sell Pampered Chef, aren't you?" We knew that this was the answer to our prayers. We had to wait 6 weeks before we could order the kit because it was tax time and we were waiting on our income tax refund to start our business. Our first goal, of course, was to immediately get us off of food stamps. I can say my very first commission check replaced that and more. I never had to go back to the office at the DHS office for another appointment. I will always be grateful to my friend Brenda who invited me to that show, even though she knew I couldn't buy anything. And I'm happy to say that in less than 30 days after I joined, she joined my team as my first recruit. With that being said, I'm forever grateful to the Pampered Chef for allowing us all to experience our more. And oddly enough, my more has changed since we saw those immediate financial blessings 2 years ago. While those things have been wonderful, it's the intangible things that I have realized are priceless. Since becoming a consultant with a Pampered Chef, my husband has stepped up to the plate, become a true partner, and the man of my dreams. Oh. He has gone from being an uninvolved dad to being a fabulous daddy. Now I walk out the door a few nights a week, and it doesn't matter if they eat their vegetables. It doesn't matter if he washes between their toes at bath time. The bonding process that has taken place between him and the kids has become my more. I would like to close with a passage of scripture that just reflects my heart. It says, "For I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me."